Shalom, Shalom. Call Halal, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that teach this truth in real will by the spirits and power that be. Why Brakatham unto the hopefully lake. Now in today's lesson, I'm going to be getting to the perfect example of how we should be in this truth. Of how we should live, how we should be in a total sense. Something that, we can look at as that example, that we should be living up to. All right, so let's go to John chapter 13 and verse 15. For I have given you an example that ye should do as I have done to you. Right? So that person talking is Yahweh Shah. He gave us an example. Right? When he came down, he gave us an example, man. I'm going to get into example. Right? Now, when you go into this word example in the Blue Letter Bible, it says copy, representation, figure, right? A sign suggestive of anything, delineation of a thing, an example for imitation, because we're supposed to be imitating. We're supposed to be imitating Yahweh Shah. We're supposed to be putting on as Yahweh Shah, which is imitating him. All right, it says of the thing to be imitated. That's what the example is. Somebody give you an example, then you're supposed to follow that example. So we follow Yahweh Shah, right? Him being that path for us, right? So Yahweh Shah was that ultimate example for us. That's what this lesson is about, man. Yahweh Shah is the ultimate example, man, and we follow after him. That narrow road. John 13 and 15 again. For I have given you an example that ye should do as I have done to you. Right? He did the Father's will when he came down, man. All right. So he said he gave us an example, so we follow that example. Let's go and get to the next scripture. Romans 13 and 14. It says, but pit ye on the Lord Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, and make no provision for the flesh. So don't give any room for the flesh. You got to close off them doors, for that the flesh, will go through, that Satan will go through to get you to go off, right? So don't make any provision for the flesh. Made a lesson on that. Don't make any room for the flesh, man. Stay in the spirit. For the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof. All right, but notice it says in the beginning, but pit ye on the Lord Yahweh Shah HaMashiach. So we have to pit on Yahweh Shah. All right, we got to walk in the book, the book. All right, we got to walk in it. We got to live this thing. All right. And by pitting on Yahweh Shah, it's going to bring unto us life eternal. John 14 and 6. Yahweh Shah saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. All right. So Yahweh Shah is the life. Right? All right, yeah. Yahweh Shah is the life, man. All right, through Yahweh Shah, we can get to the kingdom of heaven, right? He's the way for us, right? You got to remember that. He's the way for us. Yahweh Shah saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. All right, so Yahweh Shah is that path for us, man. So we have to go through Yahweh Shah. We got to go through that door. That life. Now let's jump into Matthew. And this probably be a quick lesson, of really just observing Yahweh Shah, reading about him, how he answered questions, how he reacted in situations, how he maintained that integrity, how he walked in the truth, how he did everything, man. He was a pure example. He did no sin when he came as Yahweh Shah. All right, so that was our pure example of what to follow, what to be like, how to behave. Basically, as it should be, as it should be in this truth, man. All right, so let's go to, what is this? Matthew chapter 7 and verse 14. It says, when you go to the word, Salakia. We go back to Matthew 7 and 14. And we're going to go into the word way. That's what we're going to, Salakia. So when you go into the word way, it says
Strong's G 3598. Hadass.
It's like you.
Hadass.
It says properly a way, a travel way, road, a traveler's way, journey, traveling. It says a course of conduct, a way of thinking, feeling, deciding. Yeah, so how do Yahushua think and decide? He decided in the fear of the Lord in faith, right? On all of his actions, all of his works. So that's what we must do. It says way, journey, highway. All right, so Yahushua is our way, man. He's our way. He is that narrow path, man. And where does this narrow path lead to? It says because straight is the gate and narrow is the way. So Yahushua is that way, which leadeth unto life. Now, what scripture did we just pull out? Right? What scripture did we just pull out? Let's go back to John chapter 14 and verse 6. It says, Yahushua saith unto him, I am the way. So he's that narrow path, the truth, and the life. All right, notice he said, and the life. Now, when you go back to Matthew 7 and 14, it says, because straight is the gate and narrow is the way, so Yahushua, which leadeth unto life, because he is the life. And few there be that find it. Yeah, because many are called, but few are chosen. So now you see Yahushua is that way. He's the life, man. All right, through him. All right. So this is John 11 and 25. To further prove it, it says, Yahushua said unto her, I am the resurrection and the life. Right? I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, because once we was dead, we was in the world, a dead state of mind, yet shall he live again. Yeah, our pure minds have been stirred up by way of remembrance of who we are. You know, we came back into the grace of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua, right? Yet shall he live. Yahushua has quickened us. You know, being that first Adam, now the second Adam, he's quickened us as he quickened himself. All right, so is that the last one? Yeah, that's the last one. So Yahushua is the perfect example, man, of how we should be. He's the way, he's the journey. You know, he was perfect, right? He was perfect, not a single flaw, man. All right, well, it is perfect, not a single flaw. You know, being on the right hand side of Yahweh as we speak, right? But that's basically the lesson, man. Go into the scriptures. You know, the scripture says that Yahushua said, lo, I come in the volume of the book, it is written of me. All right, so that's Yahushua right there, the book. So you got to go into the scriptures, how people react to situations when they decide in the fear of the Lord, you know, or how they decide, you know, on different things, you know, all that type of good stuff, man. Go into the scriptures, read about Yahushua, read when Yahushua was speaking, you know, all those books, Matthew, John, all that, you know, just go into Yahushua and really study him, man. Devote that time and energy to it, because he's how you should be. All right, this is going to be the last scripture right here. Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 2. Looking unto Yahushua, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of Yahweh. Now we're going to get into a few words here to further prove this point, and I end it off. So when you go into the word author, it means the chief leader, all right, prince of Hamashiach, of Christ. It says one that takes lead. It's like one that takes the lead of anything and thus affords an example, a predecessor in a matter, pioneer, the author, right? So he is the example. He is the chief example, the prince of the example of how you should be in the truth, of how you should walk, of how you should live life, of how you should serve Yahweh, you know, of how things should be done. He is the prince, the chief of that, right? He set the ultimate example. Now we're going to go into one more word. We're also going to go into the word finisher, because it says looking unto Yahushua. So we're supposed to be looking unto him in the first place, right? But it says looking unto Yahushua, the author and finisher of our faith. So he's the author and finisher of our faith. Now what does finisher mean? We just got into author, right? Being a chief example, forerunner. Now the word finisher goes into, it says a perfecter, one who has in his own person raised faith to its perfection, and so set before us the highest example of faith. So he literally was the ultimate example of being in the faith, you know, the ultimate example of how to serve Yahweh, the ultimate example in general, man, Yahweh Shah. All right, it says a completer, right? So it all the way, man. He was lacking nothing, you know. He wasn't limited to a certain amount of wisdom, you know. Let me read that again, man. I ended off. One who has his own person. It's like, let me read it again. One who has in his own person raised faith to its perfection, and so set before us the highest example of faith. So Yahweh Shah gave us the highest example of faith, and we supposed to be mimicking that. We supposed to be imitating that. How I brung it out earlier, man. Imitating Yahweh Shah. Thus, that makes us put on as Yahweh Shah, which would be us putting on as the elect, as scripture say. So I'm gonna read this again. Looking unto Yahweh Shah, the author and the finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of Yahweh. So we look unto Yahweh Shah as that ultimate example, you know, of our faith, the author and finisher of our faith, the chief ultimate example, perfection, the perfection of our faith, man, is Yahweh Shah. He's that example, man. All right, but that's basically it. I'm just gonna say, call halal Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shah Bahashim Rakakwadash. Until next time, Kam Yasharallah, Shalom.